What's up guys, this is going to be a little video on how to progress on tricks that you really do not like. Now this is a really weird video because obviously it seems so simple, just being like, oh yeah, just literally, do whatever, right? But in my opinion, I don't see it as that way, and I really think that there are parts of this where it can be extremely mentally draining, which is a whole another aspect, which, the negative side of Kendama, which I wouldn't even say it's negative, it's just short-term negativity. That side of Kendama really brings out. So number one, these tricks, like let's say just for example, you can do stalls, right? You can do lighthouses, you can do Tama stall tricks, but you don't know how to really juggle. Like you can do like maybe 2 juggles, maybe 3 juggles, and you might maybe you've done it to spike before. So one of the main reasons that this is probably because you just don't like juggles, and you don't like juggles because you're probably just not good at them, right? And I think we see that with a lot in Kendama, where people be like, oh yeah, I hate that trick, I just do not like that trick, and it's because you haven't had the ability to get good at it. Obviously you play Kendama however you like, but if you really want to become a more well-rounded player, to do better in comps, to hit better Instagram tricks, to just kind of level up as a whole Kendama player, I really recommend that you follow this video. So first, it all comes with mindset. Obviously, I talk about mindset in mostly all my videos, but I can't emphasize this enough. Simply because if you didn't have the attitude of a growth mindset, or you didn't have kind of like a mindset to get better, there'd be no reason, honestly, to pick up any hobby or want to be good at anything that you don't need to get good at. Obviously there are things that in life where you need to get good at, right? Kind of in today's society, building good financial stability, kind of stuff like that, like more life things. But with Kendama and hobby wise, this is a really good way to kind of find drive and keep progressing it in a way which you never thought you would. So to first break that down, kind of once you expand on, your mindset, one of the main things that kind of can build that mindset is just the ability to think into perspective, okay? So when I think about all these tricks I want to hit that I can't hit, right? First of all, that should give you some motivation. Imagine envisioning yourself learning these tricks where you only think the best of the best players can, or players that you admire that can do these tricks but you can't, okay? So first is just giving yourself the vision, okay? That'll give you some motivation, which we can later turn into discipline. I'm a pretty strong believer of motivation because it's a great way to get into discipline in Kendama. And obviously, we want to play Kendama just for fun and stuff like that, but when it really comes down to getting as good as we can, we kind of have to throw the mentality away. And what I mean by that is, once you kind of set up your goal of your trick, right, you need to break down the tricks in order to reach that goal, right? So let's say you have 10 juggle spike, okay? So the first goal would be kind of breaking up into a bunch of separate tasks. So first we have we need to get 3 juggle, right? And then 5 juggle, and then 7 juggle, or kind of whatever, and then to 10. And then on top of that, we need to learn how to spike it. So you gotta learn spike, juggle, spike, pull up, juggle, spike, just kind of basic Tama control for juggling. That's a huge thing. So just building on your mentality, and then building on the tricks that will build up to your kind of final goal, which you believe to be the final goal. So I think motivation is a great way to kind of get that first jump start, okay? Into Kendama, into whatever, into new tricks that you like to do, okay? So your first day, you're gonna just go at it, okay? It's kind of just sheer motivation, just the ability to have the mindset oh, I can get this good if I do this, okay? And kind of you hype yourself up, kind of stuff like that. And then slowly or fast, that will die. That will just straight up die, okay? That motivation will die, okay? And this is where discipline comes into a play, okay? So instead of just playing what you feel like it, or oh, I need to land this trick because I suck at it, so let's do it this way. Let's do it this day. I'm really feeling amazing. I'm in a great mood. Let's do it this day, okay? You will soon realize that the more you play Kendama when you feel you're not gonna find too much progress. And I know that might sound a little dumb and stuff like that, which is totally cool. I have no beef with anything. But if you want to find the true progression, like the true consistency basis, you got to break down your goals into a schedule, okay? So you got to make time separate of your normal playing, separate of, you know, all the other stuff around your life. And you want to break it out into parts every single day to give you that, you know, hour to 2 hours a week just to focus on that trick that you suck at, okay? And obviously it's like a no shit thing, but trust me when I say this, it is very hard to achieve consistency, especially when you're doing tricks where you find little to no progress in, or you're finding just enough to keep you going. I've been dealing a lot with that with taps, inward juggles, you know, tricks like that are kind of like getting more up there. So what I mostly recommend to anyone that watches this video is I would spend between only like 15 to 20 minutes every single day on a trick that you suck at, okay? And obviously, if you find a lot of progress, you're probably gonna wanna play a lot more, and that's totally fine. But if you're not having progress, all I ask of you is 15 to like 20, 15, 30 minutes, okay? And the reason why I say that is because it's way more important, in my opinion, to get reps every single day in compared to 1 day a week you spend doing like 4 hours worth of trick. Because in that 4 hours, you're gonna find a lot of hate for that trick. You're gonna be like, oh my God, like, I'm not finding any progress. And it's because you probably won't find any progress. If you just like, you know, only like play a certain way, it's gonna get boring. It's gonna get super boring. It's almost like working out, right? You would, in my opinion, I would much rather work out 15 to 30 minutes a day, like obviously intensely, every single day, compared to just once a week, just kill myself. You know what I mean? So it's the same way down those lines where it's gonna suck to do, but since it sucks, you should do it every day to build your discipline, as well as to build a consistent mindset of making goals and, you know, achieving them. Just do a daily schedule. And once you kind of start sticking to that, your, you know, first day of motivation, you know, like, oh, I want to get good at this trick, like, let's do this, you know, you kind of hop in, will turn into discipline. But then that discipline, you will find progress. If you keep with it, you will find progress, and that will turn back into motivation, okay? It kind of leaps off itself, okay? Because you have the time where you like it because it just looks cool, and, you know, you kind of have like, not shallow reasoning, but just like, you know, for the sake of like being good at it. And then you have the discipline part where it sucks, you know, everything sucks about it. You just want to get it over with, but you got to do it because you know it's going to work for you. And then once you kind of get over that and you see the progress, you'll restart that motivation, and you'll get even better when you really want to do it. Okay. And so this is just like the tip of the iceberg. I would recommend this to any trick you can possibly think of, because it will work. I did this a lot with taps when I first started, because I was learning tricks that are like, you know, what I see as very high level in some areas of my game, and then in other areas like inward juggles, I couldn't do like an inward juggle to big cup, right? And I know that it's still like a hard trick, but in my eyes, that trick, like skill level, should be very similar to my skill level, which I'm good at the amazing tricks, or not amazing tricks, but just the tricks that I'm good at, okay, I'm more comfortable with. And if you have any questions, please leave down in the comments. Obviously, like, I'll hit you guys up just about any more information. I might film a part 2. I might even film myself going into this mode so I can back up my quality information. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes. I really like playing stuff by ear with YouTube, you know, whatever I feel like posting, but I have to post. I kind of want to post one video every day. We'll see how that goes. I've been pretty consistent for the past week, which has been pretty cool. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Get in your 15-20 minutes of complete bullshit of Kendama tricks that you hate. It'll pay off. It'll always pay off. Stay consistent and always keep progressing. Bam, bam.